Now that we've talked about how to greet someone and have a better conversation, let's introduce the transition. By definition, a transition is the process of moving from one state to another. It's the process where we take someone from being a person we've met to a place where we serve them professionally. In other words, they become a client or a referrer, either right away or at a time in the future. The transition is another important part of your luxury real estate journey, as it is a tool that attracts new clients. Your success is so much more than being told to ask for the business, let them know you're in real estate, or talk about the current market. And, oh, by the way, how is asking for the business usually done? By asking for the opportunity at the end of a conversation, right? You've likely been trained something like this. If you know of someone, including yourself, who's looking to buy or sell a home, I'd love to help. Now, please understand, there is nothing wrong with asking for the business in this manner. This practice has made tens of thousands of agents a lot of money. And at this stage of your career, it's assumed you have your own ask for the business dialogue. Again, it works. Yet, because it's worked in the past, doesn't mean there's not room for improvement. Here's the difference this program takes into account, and you will hear this again and again. You must realize that the luxury consumer is unique. They see the world through a different lens, and they don't appreciate being business bombed. They're accustomed to working with high-level people who stay busy and in demand. People who expect that if they do a great job, you'll use them again. The luxury consumer wants a distinct experience. They crave individual and personalized attention. When an agent treats them like they would anyone else on the street, it's hard to convey the feeling they are seeking. The transition is a conversational element used to get a person to realize that doing business with you will result in a specialized experience. It's a conversation flow that shows you're aligned with their highest level of goals. It's a way of talking to them and offering value in a way different than other agents. The transition is meant to happen naturally at some point in the conversation. It works best when you can take what the other person is revealing and add value through specific and directed questions. Let's pretend for a minute. Go outside of real estate and imagine you are the affluent person. You have $3 million to invest, and you are going to visit a wealth manager that a person at your Lamborghini club recommended. This person has a great website with multiple testimonials. She offers to meet you at a nice restaurant and buy lunch. After a short time with her, you learn she's well-spoken and seems genuinely interested in you and your investment. In the course of conversation with this wealth manager, how do you envision her question and answer process going? What would you expect to be asked so she knows exactly what you hope to achieve with your investment? She might ask, what are your financial goals? What is one thing you would like to see happen? What is your biggest concern about your current financial position? How do you envision your life 5 years from now? What changes do you expect in the future that you hope to plan for today? What is an investment outcome that you would hope I can provide for you? Again, you have $3 million to invest. These are all important questions. And the wealth manager uses your responses to guide how she progresses through her conversation and makes the best recommendation for your investment. She has taken you through her version of the transition. Now, you may or may not become a client of hers. However, think about the professional impression that she left on you. Hopefully, the impression is that she knows the investment business, she cares about your highest objectives, and she believes in a long-term relationship where both parties are benefited. The transition is about asking intelligent questions while at the same time building trust, proving your knowledge, and moving the conversation to a place where the client's motivations, financial means, and urgency are open conversations. It does not mean the other person will become a client right then and there or at any time in the future. What it shows is that you know your profession and have the confidence to talk about it. The intention is to convert the person into a client or plant a seed for the relationship to grow. Even if the person does not become your client, it's always possible they will refer you to others that they believe will be benefited. Let's go back into our pretend scenario and think about the same situation. Yet this time, Pretend you are a luxury agent in a question and answer process with a potential luxury client. You ask, what are your real estate goals and what is one thing you would like to see happen? What is your biggest concern about the current real estate market? What real estate assets do you see yourself owning 5 years from now? What are your most important lifestyle concerns right now? What is a real estate outcome that you would hope I can produce for you? Do you see how this approach opens a different level of conversation? Do you see how this elevates way above asking if the other person is looking to buy or sell a home? Do you see how it would open the other person to talk about not only their real estate goals, but hopefully their lifestyle, retirement, family dynamics, and other important concerns? You see, when you have a sensible process, you receive better results. The luxury consumer is likely looking at real estate as a big part of their overall equity strategy, especially when it comes to reducing tax liabilities. Here's a disclaimer. You are not providing tax, legal, accounting, or financial advice. You are providing a real estate service as defined by your state or government's real estate regulations. When giving real estate consultation, provide the disclaimer that you will work in conjunction with the client's legal, accounting, tax, and financial experts on any specifics of their real estate situation. The lesson here is to take the other person on a journey where they visualize real estate opportunities they may not be currently considering, a path that you are the cause of and are qualified to take them on. This will be an experience they did not expect, nor has any real estate agent provided in the past, and definitely not at this level. Let's recap. The transition refers to the conversation used with a potential client at some point after you've made an introduction and you feel the timing is appropriate. Its purpose is for the other person to realize that a professional relationship with you, no matter when that is going to be uniquely different based on your approach and process. The transition supports that you are aligned with the other person's objectives. The magic happens when both parties are empowered by the opportunity that comes out of the conversation. This way of proving your value will not feel like you're begging for the business. It will feel personal and considerate, where both parties are valued and trust is built. The luxury consumer is conditioned to communicate in a straightforward manner, and they like when that is reciprocated. If there's an opportunity to work together in a professional capacity, it's up to you to determine when that moment is right. Be confident in your abilities and the service you provide. If there is any part that intimidates you, then practice and adapt a style that fits better. Practice this until it flows naturally and confidently. Once you have taken a potential client through this exercise, you will understand their goals at a higher level. You will have a better read on their urgency, motivation, expectations, and lifestyle considerations. The things needed to know where, when, and how best to serve them. The influential conversation is, what are your real estate goals and what is one thing you would like to see happen? Incorporate this into your next prospective client conversation. Be enthusiastic during your conversations. Have good energy, smile, listen, and demonstrate that you care about the other person's best interests. Success is predictable. Great first impressions, strong communication, and strategic value propositions. Stay centered in these principles as you earn more money and your luxury real estate business grows accordingly. Let's do this.